everyone, it's me Michelle back at it again with another vlog. So for today's video, I will be doing an experiment. So this experiment is para sa subject namin na digital electronics. So this is our first experiment which will cover the basic logic gates, the and or not gate. So keep on watching so you will know what are those gates, kung para saan ba sila, ano yung function nila, and let's see kung magiging successful ba yung experiment na to. So, let's start! So guys, I'm back. So in this experiment, we'll be covering 6 parts. So for the part 1, it's the NOT gate or the inverter. For the part 2 is the OR gate. For the part 3 is the AND gate. Part 4 is the multiple AND gate. Part 5 is the combination of AND OR. Part 6 is the combination of AND OR NOT gate. So here we have a 7404 IC or the inverter. So we have here the VCC, the power source that is connected to the VCC. Here we have the input A connected to the first pin and the resistor connected to the second pin that is series with the LED, and the LED is grounded. Also we have the IC or the last pin of the IC that is grounded. And you can see we have here the negative power source connected to the ground and the connecting wire connecting the VCC to the other side of the breadboard para doon na tayo kukuha ng source instead of making a long connecting wire. So now we will be trying to have an input 0 and the output is 1. So if the LED lights up, the output is 1. Now we will try to have an input 1. You can see that the output is 0 because the LED didn't light up. For the NOT gate or the inverter, babalik na rin lang niya kung ano yung input natin. For example, we have an input of 1, the output is 0. If we have an input of 0, the output should be 1. That's it. It will just switch our input to our output. So we have here the OR gate, a 7432 IC, which has a VCC on the first pin, input power source, input source A and B for pin 1 and pin 2, and the resistor is connected on the third pin of the IC that is connected in series with LED, and the LED is grounded. Also, the IC should be grounded. And we have here the connecting wire which connects the input source VCC to the other side of the breadboard for our input A and B. Also, a negative power source. We will try here to have an input of 0 and 0. The output will be 0. Trying to have an input of 1, 0. The output is 1. Input of 0, 1. The output is 1. And trying to have both inputs to be 1, and obviously we will get a result of 1. So for the OR gate, it is expected to have an output of 1 kung sa input natin kahit isa lang merong logic 1. So sa 0, 0 lang tayo magkakaroon ng output 0, and the rest, the 1, 0, 0, 1, and the 1, 1, ang output nun is 1. So for the AND gate, we have here a 7408 IC, a VCC connected to the first pin, a positive power source, input B to the first pin of the IC, and on the second pin, we have here an input A, a ground connected to the last pin of our IC, a resistor connected to the third pin of the IC that is connected in series with the LED, and the LED should be grounded. So you already know the purpose of this connecting wire. because we need to connect the other side of the breadboard to the VCC part, and also don't forget our negative power source that is connected to the ground. And now we will try to have an input of 0 and 0. For the AND gate, the result should be 0, and having an input of 0 and 1, our output is still 0, and having an input of 1 and 0, obviously the answer will still be 0 because it is AND gate. And if we try to have both inputs to be 1, that's the only time that we will be having an output of 1.
So for the AND gate naman, kabaliktaran lang siya ng OR gate. It is expected to have an output of 1 kapag dalawa yung input natin na 1. From the word itself, AND or AND, kailangan dalawa siya, diba? If it's A and B or 1 and 1. So, kapag ang input natin is 0, 0, 0, 1 or 1, 0, the output is 0.
Now for the multiple AND gate, we have here a 7411 IC. Also, the VCC, we have here a positive power source in input A, B, and input C. And we need to ground the IC to the last pin of it. And as you can notice, we have moved the resistor to the other side of the IC, but still connect it to the third pin on the right side, and connect the LED in series with the resistor, and don't forget to ground. And you can notice that I have put here 2 connecting wires to connect the VCC on the other side and to connect the ground on the other side of the breadboard. And don't forget the negative power source. Now we will be trying to have an input of 0, 0, and 0. The output should be 0. And to have an input of 0, 0, 1, the output is still 0. And to have an input of 0, 1, and 0, the output is still 0. And trying to have an input of 1, 1, and 1. Obviously, the output here is 1. Just like the AND gate, in multiple AND gate, the result will become 1 only if the inputs are all 1. So for the AND OR gate, here we will be using 2 IC. The first one is the AND and next one is the OR. A VCC connected on both IC and a positive power source. Also, here we have input A connected to the OR gate, input B, input C that is connected to the pin 1 and pin 2 of the AND gate. And the input 1 of the OR gate comes from the output of the AND gate. Oops, let's just move this one. And we have here a resistor connected to the third pin of the IC in series with the LED, and the LED should be grounded, and make sure to ground all the IC as well. And the connecting wire is used to connect the VCC to the other part of the breadboard. The small connecting wires here, as you can notice, this is used to connect the lines from the top and lines from the bottom, because only 5 consecutive lines are connected and the following lines were not connected to it. So now we will be trying to have an input here. There are A, B, and C, and the inputs are 0, 0, and 0. The output is expected to be 0, and if we will try to have an input of 0, 0, and 1, the output will still remain to be 0. And if we have here an input of, let's say, input of 1, 0, 0, our output is expected to be 1. So it lights up because it's logic 1. Now here we have an AND or NOT gate. So we have here AND IC or IC and IC, NOT, and or IC. So here I have the green connecting wires on the right side to connect it to the VCC, each IC. So here the positive source. Now the green connecting wires here on the left side is for our inputs A, B, C, and D. So it is connected on both pin 1 and pin 2 of the AND gate and the OR gate. So you can see here a red connecting wires. It is connected to the ground and the negative power source connected to it. And obviously we have here so many connecting wires to connect the IC together given the circuit that is provided, and the resistor should be connected on the third pin of the IC or the last IC series with the LED, and the LED should be grounded. And you can notice again a long connecting wire here to connect the VCC on the other side of the breadboard so that it will be connected on the other side. Now we will be trying to have an input of 0, 0, 0, and 0 for our 4 inputs, and we can see that the output is 1. And if we have an input of 0, 0, 0, 1, our output is 1. And if we have here a input of 0, 0, 1, 0, our output is still 1. And having an input of 0, 0, 1, and 1, our output is 0. And if we have an input of 0, 1, 0, 0, our output is 0. And having an input of 0, 1, 0, 1, our output is still 0. And if we have to try the input of 0, 1, 1, 0, our output is still 0. But if we try to have an input of 0, 1, 1, 1, it is 1. And an input of 1, 0, 0, 0, the output is 0. And if we try to have 1, 0, 0, 1, our output is 0. And if we have here 1, 0, 1, 0, it is 0. And if we have 1, 0, 1, 1, it is 1. And if we have an input of 1, 1, 0, 0, the output is 0. And if we try to have input 1, 1, 0, 1, it is 0. And having all input of 1, 1, 0, it is 0. And having all inputs to 1, the output is 1.
So that's it guys for my video. I hope you have learned something from me. Kung may napulot man kayo sa akin na kahit konting tips and tricks, you can comment down it below. And if nagustuhan mo tong video na to, don't forget to give it a like. And also please share this video. Don't forget to subscribe me. See you on my next vlog.